Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Clueless 8, and this is the end of the day report for a turbulent, violent, yet profitable day in the Clueless 8 trading community. It's 9:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and let me go on and provide you with a couple of my observations and things that I see that might be coming up in front of us this coming week and for the rest of the month. People who have followed me for a while know very well my contrarian, very unorthodox way of looking things. I cannot time every 5-minute bounce or every 5-minute fall, but I can certainly provide enough guidance and tools for people to manage their trades and capture 200, 300, 400, in some cases 1000% returns on their weekly options, which I've done on a pretty consistent basis. We have had some monstrous winners. Looking in the background, let's start off with the most recent one. This is tonight. This is Citric Systems, a stock that we don't normally trade. I put out the trade alert, as you all know, this afternoon to buy the common pretty much at this level. The stock is up, shot up almost $6, and right now is up about 5 or so after market. Obviously, after market trading closed at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The options that I put across on that should also be a monster winner when they open for business tomorrow morning. This bar is courtesy of Clueless 8 Trading, and people who took advantage of it, I'm sure, took in some very nice profit even after hours. The beauty about earnings is that if you buy a couple of hundred shares, buy 100 shares, buy whatever you want, and I don't really recommend or suggest that you buy a large amount, especially when every earnings play is a coin toss, even though we have had some phenomenal successes in the form of ISRG up $45, in the form of the CMG short. The CMG short, this is ISRG. This bar here is courtesy of Clueless 8 Trading from 472 all the way up to 509 and then climbing to 519 in the following day. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic stuff. You don't need to, all you need to do is participate. I'll get that in a second. Then CMG, Chipotle, lovely. The short put in here, I took out my options. I do admit I was up $4+. They could have been up. They actually were up about 26. So I could have gotten a double. Instead, I got 4 points because I bought them around 26 and change. So like a stock, right? They were in the money. So this one went as low as 644 early this morning. But even last night, it could have gotten 651 from here. Let's say from here, 711. From 711, immediate drop to 655. You're talking about 50, 60 points on the take. Took a whole bunch out. Very happy. So again, I'm just showing you a few very critical stuff that we do here, and for a lot of the newer people who are listening to it, get used to it. Not every trade is going to be a winner every 15 minutes. But when you look at the aggregate sum of the trades that we're putting through and alerts on trades and investments, you will be very impressed. So here we have a chart of the E-minis right now that's trading. We had an extremely volatile day in the market in the form of the biotech index completely falling apart thanks to the 20 or 30% decline in Valiant VRX, which again, I traded personally from the lows, but I did put out a trade alert because I didn't want people to go nuts on these very fast type of trading. I don't know who's fast, who's not. I do know who's fast, who's not, and the one who can react to it on real time. So I didn't want to go in there and say buy it at $100, not knowing whether or not it was going to be slipping, which it did to 88 for about 10 minutes, right? So I put it out to 113. Chart is there for everyone to see. Went to 122 in about 10 minutes. You're like going to make $9, $10 on your money in 10, 15 minutes. I don't care if you don't ever do these type of things. Buy one share. I'm sure you can afford that. Just so you make that $10, at least you were in the game. So let me get a little bit into the behavioral game theory aspect of it. And I want to keep this straight. Look, there are enough tactical trades that are being put in place. By the way, behind you is the E-minis in play right now. This is where we stopped the day at around 4 o'clock. We created a double bottom at around 7, right there. And now we're climbing up. And it looks likely that we will get up to about 217, another 4 S&P points after hours. Then we're going to cover this at 223, find a roadblock, and we'll see where we go from there. In my opinion, I think by the end of the week, we are going to hit that 2034 mark again, and then hit that 2034, which is around 2040 or so on the S&P. Anyway, let me talk a little bit about the behavioral aspect of it. Look, guys, there's enough fantastic tactical, so well thought out trades that are being put in place. If you expect them to be bought and immediately make 100% on your money, then you are smoking something that you shouldn't even go near. There are no false promises, no promises of hundreds of thousands of dollars being made with $1,000. That's for the rest of the services to promote, not here. We do tactical trading. We do very decent. It's called consistency, but consistency on a very high ROI, return on investment, right? So you got to look at a basket of things. I know not everyone can afford it, but that's not my business. If you sit on Netflix and the stock opens up big and then gives in and basically vacillates with the market, really did nothing, to be honest with you. The charts are intact. And you're down, and I'm mentioning, a member who mentioned it, nothing wrong with that, 70% on that. Well, sell it first thing in the morning. Or buy more at these lows because the chart is still intact. What are you going to do? Congratulate me when the stock is up to the levels I'm showing, which is 104 or so in the next 48 hours? And say, wow, that was a great trade. It doesn't do anything for me because I'm making my own money. Doing a lot of stuff, including Netflix. But what are you doing? Congratulating me or putting money in your portfolio? That's what I want to emphasize on. Okay? The second thing is, you got to keep your head clear. Being technical is extremely difficult. It's a discipline. It's like hardcore boot camp. It's Marine training. It's SEAL training. Being a technical disciplined trader does not mean you get the fruits of your labor in the next 15 minutes. Markets are readjusting, resetting, hitting trend lines, following Darvas boxes. Stochastics are doing this or that. It's a constant fluid motion. But what's the end result? So being a technical trader, like I am, primarily, requires a lot of discipline on my part. And it doesn't mean the riches are in front of me within the next 10 minutes. It happens. Tesla. What more can I say? The options went from 2 and change to $11. I was mostly out around 6 and 8. So great. That was also a technical alert. So what I'm getting at is, I'm going to show you Tesla so you guys know what I'm talking about, the ones who didn't do it. I called the shots right here, somewhere around here. The stock collapsed. I showed 204. It went to 205. It actually hit 200 by 220, 202 by 220. I was gone around these levels. Do I wish that I would have held there? Sure, but wishing is not a trading strategy. In trading, you have to get the meat in the middle. Like somebody from the old days told me, get the fat meat right here. Trying to top tick, well, I did, saw the news, acted immediately. Trying to top tick in the short side by selling here, you'll never get that. You'll never get that. So you got to get the meat in the middle, and that applies to all the trades. You have to catch the largest percentage of the middle. If you can catch 60% of the decline or the move up of a major move, you're fine. Yes. You wish you would have held the rest. So you want to wish, then leave one or two calls open there. If they're cheap calls, you buy a couple, leave one out there as a runner. This trade here was worth almost 500% in less than an hour. My average return, anytime I hit 100%, I take a bunch out. My average return was 300% plus. Am I complaining? No. Would I have loved to get the 500%? Yes, but I got this. Okay? So behavioral game theory, behavioral finance. Sometimes I get annoyed because I'm running a whole trading room, and don't take me the wrong way. It's not meant in harm. And I go in people's face. Sometimes I joke around. It's okay. Get used to it. Have a thick skin. That's life. Not just in trading and investments, but in life. Have a thick skin. So people come in and make these insane, stupid comments. Oh, this is going down, Okay, that's fine. But why not try to focus a little bit and give us a reason why you think things are going down? Or a technical reason or something like that, instead of just simply looking at a price and saying, oh, it's done. We're finished. Futures right now are up 6. For all I know, we're going to open up 14. Or all I know, we can be open down 14. But what I'm basically saying is be a little bit more constructive instead of lame statements, what you're used to. Remember, continuing with your bad habits of making lame statements. And I'm not pinpointing anyone. I'm talking in general here. Because I did go into face with one or two traders today. Because I am running a very, very efficient and high-level service for a minimal cost per month for you guys and girls. Okay? So I have to say it. And people who know me know I mean no harm. But I'm also a pretty tough guy when it comes to confrontations. So the bottom line is that don't just come and make lame statements. Make a statement that can get people to understand things. Not, oh my God, the world is falling apart type of thing, right? So that's all I'm asking. So behavioral dynamics is very important. I am a technical chartist, and like I said, it takes a while. It didn't take me that long because I'm overall pretty disciplined in what I do in life as well as in trading. Because to me, this is not a joke. I make a lot in my, overall from my trading book, and I have to be serious about it. So so when you're going through technical discipline, just try to focus a little bit more. Many of you have done the group sessions and you understand this stuff well. And a lot of you have, because of sheer laziness or stinginess, I'm not sure what, don't want to be in the group sessions and you still are lost. Well, I can't help you on that. I can give you some answers, but you got to understand the dynamics. So anyway, that's up to you. So at this point, the trading range is 2035 on the E-minis and 207 here. We break this, then we're looking at this level here. Okay? Then we're looking at 1982. I'm sorry, not 1982, more like 1989 or 2000. Is it possible? Absolutely. You had a big biotech fallout, and anything is possible right now. There are large institutional margin calls, and if they are not alleviated over a short period of time, we're going to see some real pressure going into the end of the week. In the meantime, engagement with 2025 looks very likely right here, and above that is 2035. So 2025 and 2035 with upside levels. The low levels are I'm running out of time here. The low levels are right here, 2001, and worst case scenario, 1980. All right, that's it. So be strong mentally, focus, listen to the Periscope broadcast, Don't have to follow me blindly. Use your own brain. I love the fact that we are at 194 and the McClellan minus 194. Love life. Go to bed with a smile. Thank you for listening.